Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta, I come from Norway and I love makeup. And today, again, I'm sitting here with my puppy Luke because he just woke up from his nap. But I am going to be playing with my Pastel Roses shadows today, and I'm going to show you some swatches because I have ordered twice from Pastel Roses, and I'm also going to show you this look that I made here using only Pastel Roses shadows. So all of the shadows in this palette, except from the bottom two iridescent ones, are from Pastel Roses. The green that I have two of because I repanned it, and the orange ones are old ones, so I'm not sure if they still have them. And they came in the big pans right here. This one is actually a gorgeous orange blush, and I do have also a couple of these. I think 4 of these are from a loose pigment bundle that I ordered. So it's the purple one here, I think. Then it's the mint fusion one, this one Starbreaker, and Malagueta, I think it's called. All of those I just pressed dry because they seem to have some binder and they do work really nicely in the pan. I have not had any issues with them falling out or anything. I don't remember the exact pricing, but I do believe it's around £5 to £6 or something like that. But I've used the code Pastel25 gift, I think, and then you will have 25% off the order and you will get a free gift. So the holographic glitter right here I got as a gift, and I also got another shade as a gift. I see that it's actually missing from here, so I don't know where I put it, so I will make sure to find that for the swatches. But I did get those as a gift because of the code, and I don't know if the code is still working, but it's definitely worth a try. But before we go into the tutorial, let's just do the swatches first. So I'm just trying to show you guys a little bit more close up how these shadows look. They are quite shifty, and I really do like how they look. Here I found 2 that was actually missing, so I think this one is the one that's called Lilac. It's one of the newer ones, and I got it as a tester, so it only says tester. And then this one is Custard, which is a gorgeous light yellow, but it has like a pink to green shift. It's not very visible right now, but hopefully it will be when I swatch it. It's just a beautiful yellow shade, and I hope that Chandelier from Clionadh might be even more intense, because I have that one coming as well. And then here we have some of the prettiest ones. These 3 are the loose ones that I was talking about, and they have amazing shifts, so I hope I will be able to catch that when I do the swatches. And yeah, I think that's basically what I wanted to show you right here, just some of the shiftiness of the shadows, and I just want to do the swatches now. So I'm just starting to place this in the outer corner. I had forgotten to turn on my mic. But I will be adding this one like for the outer parts of both the lower and the upper parts of my eye, and then I'll use Rosewood here. This shade is the one that was called Everglades, and this one is, I'm not sure if it's discontinued, but it is from their old collection, so it came in like a big pan and I repanned it. Since I don't have any transition shades, I'll also have to like try to blend these out by themselves, and it looks really good this far. I will be going in with a setting powder, and then I will probably just be re-intensifying the shadow. So I don't think I'm going to pack on a lot more right now, but rather do that after using the setting powder here and blending a little bit, because some mattes sometimes don't like handle to get packed on and blended. You kind of just have to pack them on and then blend the edges. If not, you're going to lift the shadow. So for the shade Everglades, I used my Sigma E30 brush, but now I'm using my Kaleidos Makeup S5 brush, which is really good for detailed work. And I'm just going to pack it on all over the inner lid right here and then try to blend it out. I'm kind of seeing that it's not as opaque when I first place it down. So I'm really scared that this might actually end up being patchy. I mean, that's looking really good actually. And I didn't even use any setting powder yet, so I'm just going to do that. I definitely need to intensify this one a little bit to match the red. I'm just using my huge Kaleidos makeup brush. I think it's the S1 brush with some setting powder, and I'll be going back into the two shades that I used. I think I'll first go in with the green with my Sigma brush, because I feel like I really need to intensify it because it's disappearing in my hood right there. So I'm just using this brush without adding anything more, just to help blend the edges, and I think this is actually looking quite good. Now I'm just going to add that red on the lower lash line right here. For my shimmer, I'm going to use the shade Midnight, which is a very shifty shade, and I'm going to apply it with glitter glue on my right eye, which is this one, and then I will just apply it with my finger and no glitter glue on the other, because I have heard that these are very much emollient, that they might have a little bit too much binder. So I just want to make sure that if it creases with the glitter glue, that I've also tried it without it, so that it's not like the glitter glue's fault. So I will say that it looks absolutely amazing on a glitter base. So I'm really happy with how this shade is looking. It's so shifty. I don't even know if you can see that, but definitely with the close-ups I will be trying to show you better the shift. And I think this is what I will do for my lid. I don't have any iridescent shades, so I will just be going in with some highlighter or another iridescent shade for the inner corner. And I will of course also do the other eye without glitter glue. So this is the eye with the glitter glue, and this one is the one without glitter glue. And I ended up spraying it with my Mario Badescu Rose Water just because it wasn't looking as intense. But I did notice that when I was using my finger to apply the shimmer right here, I got some shimmer underneath. So I thought, why not use some shimmers on my lower lash line as well, even though these blended beautifully on the lower lash line, which is not something that happens too often with me. But I decided I want to use Amazonia here on the outer corner where I have the Everglades shade, and then I want to use Starfish, which is this one. It's one of those that's like, it seems very emollient, but I'm going to use that like on top of the red. So I'm just going to use some glitter glue for that, and yeah, I'll just fast forward through that. So in my opinion, those look really beautiful together. I'm not sure like if the lighting is the best. Maybe now you can see a little bit better, but they really blended nicely together. And yeah, I'll just finish the rest of my makeup and show you the close-up of this whole look. So that is how my finished look turned out, and I really like how these shadows performed. When it comes to the mattes, I wouldn't say they're like my favorite kind of formula, just because I mean, it's really hard to explain because they do blend nicely. You do see the pigment very nicely, but I just kind of felt like it's not as opaque as I'm used to. So I kind of had to like keep packing it on a little bit without like packing on too much again, because that often leads to patchiness. I have not had any other experiences with these shadows though, because this is like the first time I'm using them, and they do look beautiful, and I felt like they were easy to work with. It's just like a little bit different than what I am used to, and I think it might be that they are not as pigmented as I'm used to, but I'm not sure. So although they are not like my favorite mattes, I do really like them, and I'm definitely going to be using these more because I really like how they look and they performed very nicely. It's just I can't really put my finger on it. But they do also have a lot of other beautiful mattes, so definitely check them out if you do think that these look nice. When it comes to the shimmers, they're so beautiful, sparkly and shifty. They're not like sparkly, but they're very shiny with a little bit of sparkle, if that makes any sense. And I do feel like they look almost the same, like identical on both my eyes. So this is the one with glitter glue and this is the one without, but I did use some setting spray. I used my Matowy rose water just because it was not looking intense or as intense as the glitter glue eye when I was just using my finger without anything. And I hope that it won't give me any fallout, because that is one of the main reasons why I like to use glitter glue, is because I want to minimize fallout during the day, because when you just use a setting spray it will dry down and then you will basically just have the shadow left after a couple of hours. So yeah, I'm just hoping that I won't have any fallout, but I will be adding some kind of update here about the shadows if they crease or whatever. But all in all, I am really happy with these shadows and I would recommend them. But I will still say that the new formula that I have noticed have more like an emollient formula. I have seen people struggling with them creasing because they are so emollient. So definitely if you are, or if you have oily lids, then just try one or two first before you buy a whole lot, because it would definitely be a shame if you buy a lot of them and then you notice that you only have creasing. So just a little heads up about that. But personally I have not yet used any of these shadows that I have had problems with. But then again, I haven't used like this one. I haven't used, it's Lilac. I only used that on the lower lash line of my friend, I think, for New Year's. And I did not have any problems then. And these others, they don't seem like too emollient. Maybe this Starfish one looks a little bit emollient, and Lilac, and maybe Blueberry, I don't know. But I'm definitely going to be trying these out in custom palettes and such, so just keep your eyes open if you are more interested in seeing how these perform, because obviously my custom palettes will be filled with shadows that I haven't really tried properly yet. But just to summarize, I do like the shadows that I have tried and I haven't had any issues with them, so do what you want with that information. And yeah, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will be doing custom palettes, single shadows, tutorials, all that kind of stuff. It's basically what I do on my channel, so if you like that, then subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!